OxFit Podcast, Episode 3.
Episode 3. Look how much better we're looking
I
now
know.
here.
I just know I look so good in that camera.
Episode number 3. We've taken it from just one shot, wide shot, to multiple cameras, multiple mics. I bet we sound amazing, look amazing. Now we're going to give you some good info.
Yeah.
So, start us off. What we talk about this week?
So, as you know, big part of my job is meeting with potential clients that come into the gym, want to find a new place to work out, want to get a new gym home. And we like to sit down with them and chat about their fitness goals and, what they want for themselves. And I think you know this, and I know that I've been hearing a ton of words that drive me crazy. And I feel like I have the same conversation over and over again with people about things like getting toned or getting bulky, or I really need to look better in this one specific part of my body. And what I thought was common knowledge obviously isn't, because people, I guess, just don't know. They're just misinformed and constantly lied to as well. You keep seeing these words on the cover of every magazine about how to get toned, how to get, lose belly fat. I hate that.
Yeah.
Because that's just not how it works.
Well, I think we talked a little bit about it last episode when we talked about toned and how it was made up by the fitness industry. Like, it's not a real term. You only can gain muscle or lose fat.
Right.
And you can only be doing one or two of them things. And what we aim for, especially with Ox 100, is to get you to a point where you're burning fat and gaining muscle at the same time, which is really hard to get to that point, because you've got to go through, first of all, getting rid of the insulin resistance that most people have built up so that you can start to burn fat. And then we add on you being able to build muscle. Right. And so we have a whole system for how we do that, but you can't just start eating a different way and expect to get what they call toned, right? We've got to go through a certain cycle of how we do it, which is introduce you to real food, get your body reactive again to insulin so that you're not just constantly riding that wave.
Right.
And then start to add some muscle. Or if you want to burn even more fat first, we can do that in phase 2. But yeah, bulky versus toned, which both of them are not real things, right? Yeah. Bulky just means you've added a lot of muscle and not lost much fat. And then toned usually means that you're really skinny.
Yeah.
And you haven't got much muscle, right?
I usually hear it from women too. They come in, say, "What are your goals?" And they say right off the bat, "Oh, I don't want to get bulky.
I want to tone up."
Yep, I want to tone up. I don't want to be bulky. Which, first of all, is kind of like, I wish I could get bulky. Do you know how much you have to eat to get bulky and like gain muscle?
Well, I think the thing is, there's some element of truth to it, right? That's why it bothers us, because there is a layer of truth where you do see people that do get kind of bulky because they will start lifting weights and not change their nutrition. So they're eating a Western diet, and then most functional fitness gyms overdo the weightlifting portion of things, right? And they really focus on the strength. And where we are, we have strength elements every single day, but our focus is on the general physical fitness.
Yeah.
So in our gym, for you to get bulky is going to be really difficult because every day is high intense. Every day is some element of you getting your heart rate up.
Yeah.
Like, we really take care of that metabolic condition inside. But you do, if some places you can go, you'll be just lifting weights a lot and then eating a standard Western diet, you're going to get a little bit bulky. So I do kind of understand where the myth comes from. And it does bother me because it's the opposite of here. For you to get bulky here, you would have to either be on some kind of human growth hormone, or because there's so much fitness, right? You're gonna gain muscle and you're gonna lose fat. Rarely do we see people come in and just start getting bulky.
Yeah.
Now on the men's side of things, that's what we're going for. We want you to get bigger and stronger, but we know how to do that right so you don't just look swollen.
Right.
And I kind of, what's the word for it? I kind of can understand where that myth comes from. And I think the important thing is not to just dismiss it and be like, there's no such thing.
Right.
Because we do see it.
Yeah.
But here, not a chance that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think, no, that is a good point, because I don't think anyone has ever been to a gym that, or maybe they have, but I think our programming is just really thoughtfully done, and it's not just we're going to run your ass off and make you do cardio the whole time. There's a great intersection of weightlifting and cardio. Everything's on a clock. You're not getting too much rest. You're not getting too little rest. You're not doing too many reps. Everything is just planned out for you to get that good balance of getting my heart rate up, I'm sweating, I'm adding weight to the bar, the dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever it is, and you just have that great balance of, you know, strain on your muscles. It's going to help them get bigger, help you get toned, because you're also going to be burning fat. So, because at the end of the day, that's what people want. They want to look, I guess, more firm. They want their muscles to show, and the only way to do that is to lose the subcutaneous fat and just build a little bit of muscle.
Well, the running joke that we have is some people go to gyms that are called strong, where they get really, really strong, but they don't get the general physical preparedness. So they're not getting what we would define as fitness. They're just getting really strong, which is great because strength will last you a lifetime. But are you getting the results that you came in for?
Right.
So when we talk to people and they say, I want to get toned, we just rephrase that to, you want to gain muscle, lose fat. We understand where you want to go. This is how we're going to get you there.
Right.
Just show up 4 or 5 times a week and we'll get you there. And then when they say, I do have this worry that I'm going to get bulky, we can't just dismiss that and be like, that's not true. Because in general, you look around at most programs, I think they might get you bulky if you continue to train that way and eat the way that you do. But if somebody said, I don't want to look like the people that go to the CrossFit Games, then that doesn't ever happen by accident.
No.
Right? The women, especially, that look like that, they've made a decision to look like that. They didn't go into a gym and after 6 months go, oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
You have to be specifically getting up and eating a certain way and working out 3, 4, 5 times a day. So that's never going to happen by accident.
Yeah.
And so don't worry about coming in and all of a sudden you wake up and you look like a woman that goes to the CrossFit Games or, you know, a super bodybuilder. That's not something that happens by accident. And it's kind of disrespectful to think that would happen by accident. Right. But I do understand where it comes from. And I can relate to you not wanting to look like that if that's not one of your goals. So I think the important thing for us is that we do accept that is something that's happening in the industry. And bulky versus toned is the way that it's described. But we understand bulky means I don't want to
Either way, it's
get
just
big.
A way to find out what someone wants the outcome to be.
Yeah. And I guarantee you're going to gain muscle and lose fat. So you will look toned. And the key is your diet. Coming in here, the workouts are going to help, but you can't out-train the bad diet. So I would say sign up for Ox 100 if you want to get toned. And it'll work, man. It'll work in 100 days. You will be closer to where you want to be. Then we can set another goal and see how far we can get you. But I don't think we need to be frustrated about people asking to get toned, because I think we want to look toned, right? We want to gain muscle, lose fat. And it is kind of scary that you look at the top athletes in functional fitness and you're like, that's not my goal. And we understand. And that's why we thoughtfully build out the program, like you said, to get you to your goals.
Right.
And every day the coach will say, what is your goal on this workout? Not, hey, come and do our goals.
Right.
And I think that's something that you do a very good job of. And we're going to continue to advance that, I think, with conversations like this.
Yeah. And I love showing athletes that they have the power to make their own decisions. Like, here's a great workout. but it can still be exactly what you want it to be. Like, we've got some really heavy deadlifts today, and we've got some strict pull-ups, and we've got rowing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you don't really care about being a better deadlifter or lifting super heavy. Let's take the weight down. We'll move quick, get a little bit sweatier than everyone else, and it can still be, you know, malleable to each person and what they want to do. So.
Well, that's how you use a coach too, right? Because you could do these workouts anywhere. But the point of coming here is that every time you see a workout, you can go and ask the coach, this is my goal. Help me get the most out of it today. And every day you can do that. It'll be, I do want to get stronger. A lot of men come here and want to get stronger, want to look bigger. Okay, every day let's up the weight a little bit. And this is where you can accelerate your strength. And then on the women's side, I don't want to get super, super strong. Okay, we'll take it down. We're going to do more reps. We're going to move faster. And everybody can get so much out of each workout. Like, we want to be strong, fit, and ripped. And that's toned. But we also know there's many ways to look good, but to actually work on your heart rate, work on your lung capacity, and be harder to kill, which is what we want to layer on top of your goals. Every workout is going to make you harder to kill, which some people that do yoga, for example, they look great. But when are they getting their heart rate at maximum? When are they getting their lungs to when you can taste, you know, the metallic taste that you're really pushing your lungs to their capacity? And I think for me, there's nothing like that. And that's where our workouts are special, because strong, fit, and ripped, you're getting all them movements, and we're taking care of your rest and heart rate. We're going to get you fitter. And then we are working on your lung capacity so that you can go further. You can go for walks up mountains. You can do all these things that you're just better at life. That's where the magic comes in to what we do here.
Oh, yeah. And then you're not going to be just, like, I think you said something about this the other day, how you were walking your dog Astro and he just took off. And a lot of people, they would have been down and out. Like, they would have broken something or, you know, something really bad. And we have, you know, members or people that come in and say, oh, you know, I got hurt. I was walking my dog and I stepped wrong. Or I was doing just some normal task. But, yeah, I think it's important to expose yourself to the weight training aspect as well, aside from the cardiovascular fitness, because putting, you know, pressure and tension on those joints and on your bones is only going to make them stronger, and keep you from falling victim to just silly stuff. Life,
right? Life is gonna come at you. And one of my favorite quotes is a guy called Mark Ripperton, and he says, stronger people are more useful in general, and stronger people are harder to kill. And it's always stayed with me that you need to be strong for life. Like, I'm constantly carrying my kids everywhere, you know, and then I've got a dog and kids, and most people are in this situation. You're walking your dog, he took off after another dog, and you don't expect it because he's fine, and then all of a sudden goes crazy, hit my shin, full on hit it, and I kept walking. I was like, dang, that hurt. And then bruised for a couple of days, and I was thinking that if I was out and I don't do deadlifts and I don't do squats, could have broke my leg. And then I'm useless, right? So, like, when you think strong people are more useful, it's that kind of stuff, that just slipping off a curb. I hear people, why do we squat to full depth? We squat to full depth because that's the range for life. That's you getting in and out of a chair. It's you getting in and out of a car. It's you sitting on the toilet. I literally have heard of people that they sit in a chair all day and then they go to use the bathroom. They haven't squatted in years. Their knees explode. So we squat you to full depth because your life is going to involve you doing stuff like that. You pick your kids up off the floor. You put something off on a shelf. Squat, press, deadlift. Like, that is life. So we want to prepare you for life. And we also want you to get to your goals. But them two things don't have to be mutually exclusive. Which is why we put so much time. We put so much thought into everything we do. You'll see every week you'll squat, hinge, and press. Every week, get your heart rate up. Every week, we know you want to look good in the summer, we're going to get you toned. So them workouts that are just like 17 sets of whatever it is, we know that, you don't just want to get good at fitness. You want to look good too. And that's the beauty of what's been going on the last couple of weeks and what we're excited about and why we're excited to keep having these conversations with people and teach them that we know that you don't want to get big and bulky. We know that you just want to look good. Mm-hmm. And we also know that we can protect you and help you be fit for the rest of your life, which is why we enjoy showing up every day.
Yeah.
Targeted fat loss.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, and it's hard because it's everywhere. And I remember when I was looking up workouts for myself, everything would be get rid of your tummy or tighten up those arms or
booty.
Lift that booty. It's like if you do, crunches, you're going to get a flat stomach and a six-pack. It's like, well, yeah, you're going to exercise those muscles, but it's not going to get rid of the fat that's covering them. Like, fat loss is full body. So when you lose weight, you're not just going to lose it from one spot. So I think that, I mean, once again, Ox 100, that's the only way you're really going to get that extra push from your nutrition to get that full body subcutaneous fat loss that's going to allow you to see the muscles that you've been putting so much work into in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you come in and you say, I've got these problem areas, them problem areas are going to be the thing that take the longest for us to get, and they're going to be the thing that we have to focus more and more on good habits and getting your nutrition to a point where eventually we'll hit them spots. But for you to just say, I mean, turn on Instagram and you just see, especially women, it's just booty bands and booty workouts. And the best way to get strong ass is to squat, deadlift, lunge, not do these weird banded movements that isolate your glutes. They're going to burn and you're going to feel like you've done something. But I guarantee you come in and do that leg workout that we did last week, or one of our lunge workouts, or just getting better at heavy back squats and getting to full depth, and your glutes will grow on their own. Yeah. But also it'll grow along with the rest of your body, so you don't look weird where you've got flabby arms and a big butt, or you've got no muscle tone or definition at the top, and then this super ripped butt because that's all you work out every day. We know that it's got to be from head to toe, and then nutrition, like you said, is the key to it all. If you're not doing Ox 100 or you're not working with a nutrition coach, you're not going to get to the goals that you want. And if you do, it's just going to take you so much longer. I have a nutrition coach and I coach nutrition. You have a nutrition coach. You know everything. You've done Ox 100 for a year and a half now. And you know, I've got to set my next goal and I've got to have somebody to hold me accountable to it. Yeah. And that's why you just got to show up, do the workouts, do the nutrition. And that fat loss will get to that point. And just be patient. But like you said, you want abs and you're just doing sit-ups every day, then your abs are going to get bigger. Yeah. But they're still going to be hiding under that fat.
Yeah, people are putting in a lot of work in the gym to build these muscles, but that's not going to get rid of what's covering them up. Yeah. So that's where our diet has to come in to be able to show off all your hard work.
Yeah. Speaking of that, that is especially weight gain. We've got our OxFit Kids and Teens programs that are starting, and we're really excited about the teen stuff. And it's been going in Grant Park now for 6 months-ish. Yeah. And we're just trying to figure out how we want it to run and what we want it to aim for. Because like everything that we do, we're not romantic about getting kids really good at fitnessing and like obsessed with thrusters and pull-ups and stuff like that. We want to build them a base for the rest of their life. And the reason that we focused on teens was, especially during the pandemic, a lot of things were closed and a lot of sports weren't happening. And I had a few kids that would come and just train with me. And, I had parents that were like, they play baseball and they do all this stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to be another negative coach or a teacher or something in their life. I want to just help them establish a good habit. And when we saw in the pandemic that the only thing they had was online school and then sports, I think was still happening outside.
Mm-hmm.
There was no physical education anymore. And physical education, I didn't grow up here, but it seems like it's been gone for years in America.
Yeah, I mean...
Do you even call it PE? You call it gym class, right?
PE, I had elementary school, and then I feel like middle and high school, it was like they just couldn't make us go for whatever reason. And if we did, we were just kind of just goofing around.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything informative at all.
Yeah. And so if you don't, I don't know, if you don't take weight training at school, then you don't get exposure to being in the gym. And so for us, we've been trying to rack our brains and say, well, what would be a good goal for our teens to aim for? And the scariest thing about, on average over the last couple of years, is that teens have added 15 pounds of fat compared to previous years. Now that's a scary stat, because most of me and my friends left school, if anything, undernourished.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were all skinny as hell until we got to college. And then we started adding the freshman 15 or whatever it is when you get access to the unlimited food at school. But before that, we were all, like playing sports all day, and just, I think I did PE every day, and we just were constantly moving. So we want to get kids moving again. And I think the most exciting thing is partnering with Spartan Deca and coming up with a workout routine and a goal for the year that is not just about you becoming another like sports obsessed person. It's these skills will transfer to the rest of your life. Like we just talked about, heart health, lung capacity, and then moving in all these different ranges that you're squatting, deadlifting, and pressing, and you're learning how to move your body in space, so that you don't go and play sport on the weekend and then you tear a rotator cuff. You don't go and play soccer, and I mean, how many of your friends playing soccer tore an ACL or just destroyed their knees and joints? So we want to use it to just protect you and prepare you for life. And also, let's get rid of this extra 15 pounds that our teens are carrying around, because that's not going to benefit them for the next 10, 15 years. And also build a healthy habit with the gym. So we're hitting it from all angles.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. And just what a fun, like, way to do it with the Spartan Deca. I mean, we have some teens really interested in Tough Mudders and all these obstacle course races, and I mean, what kid wouldn't want to do that? They don't want to come in the gym and be like, this is our workout today, you have to do it in under this time, or else that's not, you didn't do it right. No, we're here to have fun. You're going to learn how to move your body, learn how to do a squat properly, and just not take things too seriously. So
yeah, and we've still got a nice test that will give you a challenge that you can feel good about how you move. Like, we'll do it once a year. We'll maybe do it twice a year, so you'll do it, and then we'll retest it, and then you've got something to aim for, and you can see you're getting better at this stuff, which is what it's all about, is you seeing that improvement and the reward for showing up, and you're not just doing it and then we give you a pat on the back just for doing it. You're going to see improvement, which is really important for them building their own self-esteem and self-confidence. We can't put self-esteem into you.
Right.
What we can do is lay out our favorite way to train you so that you see you're good at these things. And then you build self-esteem. We have such a focus on wanting our kids to build this healthy self-esteem and constantly praising and constantly rewarding. But that's not what we're going to focus on. We're going to show you a way to work out and then show you the reward if you show up. Yeah. And I think it's important.
Show you how to be proud of yourself and just reflect. I mean, I love pointing out when we have a couple of teens that have been super consistent, and I love seeing them do stuff that they couldn't do when they first came in, and just being like, hey, do you remember when you couldn't even hang on the bar? Now you're doing strict chin-ups and all this stuff.
Climbing ropes.
Right, and you can just see it in their face. And oh yeah, you're right. I couldn't do that before.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's really cool. And so we've got teens over in Grant Park, and it's more middle school aged right? Because it's 3:30 till 4:15.
Yes.
And then we're starting in East Atlanta, and it's going to be 4:15 till 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be more, I think, high school aged.
Yeah. And we could also get some kids, like after practices, if they do sports after school, they could still come to that.
You could still come to classes too.
Yeah.
So you could still, our coaches, you don't have to come to the teens class. You can also come and work out with your parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited about getting these teens moving and giving them something to aim for, and just watching them have fun working out and working towards a goal that isn't so much stress and so much pressure.
Yeah.
We're going to take the pressure off and let you enjoy doing fitness with your friends. And yeah, competing a little bit. I'm not going to take the competition out of it, but
there's no...
It's more you against
you. There's no
you.
pressure to perform.
Yeah.
It's just some healthy banter, healthy competition.
Yeah. And it is more learning that it's you against you, rather than how well you do doesn't affect how well somebody else does. Then we've got OxFit Kids, which started with Mommy and me. And just testing out how it'll work best. So I think we're, 2-3 weeks in? And Mommy and me is ages 2, 3.
5.
Yeah, and I think some people have been coming all the way up to like 8 or 9 potentially. And I think that will be split soon into 2 different classes that would be like 2 to 5 or 3 to 5, and then 5 to 9. And then 9 or 10, you're probably then able to go up to the teens if you have the confidence. And then I think the 5 to 9 will probably take it that you can come and work out with your kid, but you can also leave your kids. You know what I mean? If they are confident enough to stay after that age, and build out the program that way, which is really exciting to have the Mommy and me, and then let your kids develop their own confidence and work with Lauren after that age. It'll be exciting to see that development. And we're building out the program to give them some cool little tests. Can you hang from a bar? Can you do a squat? Can you do a burpee? Can you do a push-up? And then reward them at the end of each semester with medal certificates, and get them enjoying moving their bodies and not just run around the playground all the time.
Yeah.
Because I think, again, like with adults, it's building that confidence to be more useful. And if you start understanding that you could go to the playground and climb up everything because you're strong enough, and you do have some body awareness to like watching Leo, he's always in the gym. So he jumps off of walls and he climbs up things, and I'm more confident letting him explore because I know he's strong enough to take care of himself.
Yeah. And
I think it's that, again, like we said with the teens, building the self-esteem, self-confidence to watch them flourish is really cool. And it's not come here and here's a mega workout. It's come here and let's learn some fun skills together.
Move. And, replicate what I think a lot of them see their parents do in the gym as well. And you talk about this, like, kids don't want a kid version. They want the real thing. Yeah, it's a kid's class, but they're not. It's the same equipment the adults use. They're doing virtually the same things that their parents are doing, which I think is really good for kids as well, to feel, included and capable of doing, the hard things they see other people do.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to watch them, because they, like, Leo wants to do everything that we're doing. Like you said, if we're picking up a bar, he wants to pick up a bar. He doesn't want to pick up the fake bar. He doesn't want to pick up the fake kettlebell. He wants to try and pick up the real thing, and we can use coaching to give them exposure at the time they're ready. We're not going to be like, go pick up a massive deadlift as a kid. Like, that's not what we're building it around. But we are building it around showing them how strong they are and showing them what they can do, and then developing them skills and watching them just pick it up by doing it with you, which is really cool. And also, I mean, the scariest thing is the kids 12 plus have gained up to 15 pounds. The kids 5 to 11 have gained between 5 and 10 pounds. So it's necessary.
Yeah.
We got to get them moving.
Yeah. And it's only going to get harder from here.
Yeah.
Because if those habits aren't corrected as soon as possible, I mean, it's only more difficult.
Well, it's not getting better, is it? We're not getting more healthy as a society. So if you don't take responsibility for it and research what is actually working rather than what you've been told is going to work, then your kids don't stand a chance. Because I didn't stand a chance. We talked about it last time. Until I did my first Whole30 paleo challenge, I had no idea what I was putting in my body.
Yeah.
And then until I went and worked out at my first functional fitness gym, I was just doing bicep curls and leg extensions and wasn't able to do half the things I can do in my body now. So imagine having this, growing up with this, understanding how to move your body. Like, it's so exciting that we could pass this on. It's probably one of the best things we will do as a gym is pass this on to kids, teens, and get them excited about fitness and movement, which is what we are.
Right.
How'd the programming go last week?
It was great. People loved it.
Nice.
They were tired by the end of the week, which is good.
Yeah.
I think, definitely ripped workouts are going to be a heavy hitter, which is cool. I will say a lot of people taking the day off after that workout, which is understandable if you're super sore. But I would like to, remind people that if, that ripped workout we did, I don't even want to know how many squat variations of lunges and this and step ups and all of that. I'm not going to program squats the next day.
Right.
So you can come to the gym, like it's going to mostly be upper body if we do something intense like that the day before. So people just, need to keep that in mind, and the importance of just getting your blood flowing and moving through it a little bit. Yeah. You might
feel better if you come the next day and just get moving. Yeah. And if you don't, make sure you go for a walk, make sure you stretch out, make sure you do, if that's going to be your day off, just naturally it might be a day off the next day. Make sure you get outside and move. Yeah. Especially now it's really humid here. You go for a walk and you come back sweaty and you feel better. Yes. So, but understand that when you come in, it's not going to be the same day again. No. It's going to be, I know. And however you're feeling, like we said, we've got coaches for that. Hey, I'm not feeling, I'm just going to move today. No one's going to pressure you to do anything crazy. Right. Cool. Right. Just move. Yeah. Take all the weights down and just get your body moving.
Get your blood flowing. Yeah. And then you'll be back to normal.
Yeah. We build this so you can come 5 times a week. Yeah. And there's a reason workouts are designed certain ways. So just trust the program. Come in and just move on days when you're feeling sore. Days you're feeling good, go after it. Yeah. So what we practicing today? You got some workouts we need to test?
I do. I have a lot. So I think I had a nice little deadlift workout I wanted to see the timing on. A lot of fit workouts, which we know how those feel, so those are always fun to practice, get the heart rate
It was fun to practice the one that's happening today with the box jump overs.
Pull-up day today, but a lot of box jump overs and then work with the D-ball.
D-ball pull-ups, that was fun. Yeah. And I love the timing of the intervals that we've been working on, because they force you to stay at that high intensity and then rest. Yeah. And I'm loving the interval fit workouts. And they fly. Like today's workout, I think, is over 30 minutes, but it did not feel like that when we did it. And you're resting half the time. Yeah. Right? So it's 50 minutes, but it's max heart rate, 15 minutes. Yeah. Which is great. And then you're working on skills too, which is fun, because you're out of breath and you're trying to work on skills. It's just great. And then what else they got to look forward to this week? I'm trying to remember some of the ones we tested. Right. We've got similar... This week we tested so many. Oh, they've got that good front squat V-up workout, which got your core way more than you thought it would. The front squats and the V-ups combined was magic. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, holding that barbell in the front rack gets your core in ways you're not really expecting. Oh, yeah. Ox 100, we're in phase 2. Started today. Did you guys start today too?
Not quite. We're a little behind.
When do you
Or
start?
no, we already started phase 2.
Oh, you already started.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we started today,
Mm-hmm.
and very low carb.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a fun couple of weeks for the people that are in phase 2, which is the hero phase in the men's challenge. And I want to talk about a recipe
Okay.
that
Okay.
will change your life.
All right.
So
Give it
my
to me.
favorite. Oh, you got your pen ready?
Yeah.
So my favorite condiment, honey mustard,
Okay.
right? And
Mustard.
yeah, and there's a ton of honey mustards out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you turn over a honey mustard and you look at the back, there's probably 50 to 60 ingredients
Mm-hmm.
that are in it. And I did something radical. I got some honey from the farmer's market,
Okay.
and then I got some stone ground mustard. Put them together, and it's honey mustard.
Mustard.
And it's the best honey mustard that I've ever had. Don't use just
Don't
plain
use,
mustard.
what's that brand?
I'm not going to mention any brands because I don't want them to get upset
Okay.
that I've just
The
given away the
neon-
secret.
The neon yellow mustard is a no. You need stone
Ground mustard.
Okay.
And get a good honey.
Local?
It's up to you. I get the local honey from the farmer's
Okay.
market because it's delicious.
Honey and mustard.
And hopefully, I don't know if it helps, but it might help you with your allergies. And then you just squirt a little bit of both, mix it with whatever you want to put in it, whatever you're dipping in it, just give it a little mix, and that's it.
All right.
So we've taken 50 ingredients, honey and mustard, down to 2, and it's all about the stone ground mustard and the honey.
All right. I'll keep
Change
that
your
in mind.
life because there's nothing added.
Mhm.
It's the it's the healthiest thing you can do, and it's delicious. And I don't understand how it blows people's mind when they just go honey and mustard.
Who would have thought?
Honey mustard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to leave you with today,
All right. Thank you. I'll try it.
and you're welcome. Great episode. See you on the next one.
Yes.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. 003.
That's a wrap.